In Superior, millions of orchids are growing inside one home. Fatima Avalos had the chance to speak with the owner of Clearwater Orchid Laboratory, Wisconsin's only orchid lab.
I probably fell in love with orchids when I was 16 or 17. I went to a botanical garden and they had a display of Cattleya orchids. And I thought, oh my God, those are so amazing. One day I would love to work with orchids.
Superior is known for many things, but it's also home to Wisconsin's only orchid lab, one of about 15 in the country.
I have customers all over the United States, including Florida and Hawaii. So if you ever go to Hawaii and purchase orchids there, they may have started in this lab here in Superior.
Robert Yankane began Clearwater Orchid Laboratory after working 16 years at an orchid nursery in the Twin Cities.
Customers who can be orchid nurseries or hobbyists that have like their own greenhouse and want to just make some fun crosses, they send me their seed pods like you see over here, and then I process them.
It takes anywhere from 12 to 18 months before Robert can send the mature orchid seeds back to his customers.
This is the seed that the customer will send me, so I sprinkle the seed onto media like this, and here you see it just starting to germinate. So those little green balls are the little seedlings, and we call those protocorms at this stage. And then once they germinate, there'll be way too many seedlings, so I basically just take a scoopful and spread it out. So here's one that I spread it out earlier. And at this stage, there's probably still way too many. There's probably about 40 or 50 seedlings. I let them grow out a little longer. At this stage, you can separate them out. So you take about 20 to 25 seedlings and put them on fresh media. And then they have to grow another 3 to 5 months at most. Once the leaves reach the top of the flask, that means they're ready to come out. So at this stage, they have their own roots already. I would send them to the customer and they take them out of the flask and plant them up.
Then the seeds are planted into community trays at a nursery, taking 1 to 2 years to bloom.
And after 2 years, they come out of these community trays, get potted up into individual pots, and then it can still take another 2, sometimes up to 5 years for these to flower. And that's why orchids are so expensive, because it's so labor intensive.
With millions of orchids growing inside his lab, Robert has also been able to register his own hybrid species with the Royal Orchidculture Society in the United Kingdom.
There's over 100,000 different species of orchids, and then us humans have able to hybridize them, and we've created over 400,000 hybrids. And I myself have registered over 300 of these new hybrids.
Once the plant flowers, he's able to officially name the orchid.
It's called Paphiopedilum green tea, ice cream, and raspberries, which is officially the longest orchid name in the world.
And why did you decide to name it that?
Well, I was puzzling just with words to be able to get a word that was that long. And the flower itself was sort of a minty green with purple spots. So I thought green tea ice cream with the minty green and purple spots with raspberries was a good name for that orchid. So orchids are probably one of the most beautiful and interesting plants in the plant kingdom. And people that are into orchids really get into orchids. They're just a very fascinating flower, just for the variety of different colors and shapes and forms.
Wow, amazing to see them just in that tiny little form and then what they become.